Wednesday.
I hear it's a midweek Wednesday.
It is.
Getting back to it, back to school for a lot of kids, including the biggest district in the viewing area. Back to some, you know what, Stephen, we were talking about this earlier this morning. We've had some great sunrises here over the last number of days and weeks. It's great to look at from inside.
That's it. And so on 9 News Now, thanks for joining us. We've been able to see some of these sunrises here in the mornings in the capital area. And Steve, it looks like the candle has been lit for this Wednesday.
Right. Yeah, it has, and we've got a little bit of smoke out there, I guess you would say, with some of the clouds we've got. A little bit of rain showing up on our First Alert radar network as well. Not much. This big green blob here, that is all clutter. That is not actual rain, but we've had a couple of downpours. We've had some showers off and on near New Iberia, but now tracking a couple of showers here locally. This is a new one in West Baton Rouge, but look at this downpour in southeastern parts of East Baton Rouge Parish, a little bit bleeding into Ascension. Had a little shower near Walker. I'm going to come in closer on this downpour, though. Kind of some heavy rain. Now, this is in extreme east and southeastern parts of EBR, so out around Azalea Lakes, Hoosiatu Road, Elliott Road. That's where we've got that heavy downpour right now, kind of lifting up to the northeast. That's Highland Road right in here, and then there's Jefferson, Old Jefferson. Give you an idea of where that rain is right now. So a few of you waking up to some raindrops. Most of us are dry, but those clouds kind of adding to the drama in this camera view that we have from Port Allen. Right now, Baton Rouge 83. Feels like 94 at this hour, and anywhere from the upper 70s to low 80s. Gonzales-Patterson checking in at 80. Another morning that is way too warm. I've got temperatures in the mid-90s at noon. Near 100 for a high today, and even though we're starting out with a couple of downpours around, often when you see rain early in the morning, that might signal a more active day. I don't think that's going to be the case today. I've got rain chances overall running less than 20%. Give you a look at that on the HRRR, which has done a decent job this morning in catching these few little showers we've had around. There you see it right now. It takes that, weakens it here over the next couple of hours. Lunchtime has it mainly dry into the afternoon, pausing at 4 o'clock, still mainly dry. Temperatures near 100, so you get the idea, almost some indications that our best chance of picking up any rain is right now and maybe even trending drier into the afternoon. Now, you want a little bit of good news? I do mean a little bit of good news. Yesterday's high in Baton Rouge, 99, finally breaking that record-setting streak of days at or above 100 degrees. We had had 10 straight days at or above 100. 99 yesterday. Probably didn't notice much of a difference, right? Here's another one for you. Yesterday's low temperature in Baton Rouge, 83. That was it. Warmest low temperature on record for Baton Rouge for any day of the year, and records that go back to the 1890s. Now, we'll keep an eye on it. This morning, we're around 83 for a low as well, so potentially 2 mornings in a row where we've had our warmest low temperatures on record in Baton Rouge. The heat's going to continue, and not expecting a whole lot of rain. The 7-day rainfall outlook right now showing for much of the area a 1/4 inch or less of rainfall. As you head east, maybe a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch. These are average numbers. You get some downpours that produce a little bit more than that, but bottom line is, obviously, we've seen a developing drought this summer in many areas, probably going to get a little bit worse over the next 7 days, and I expect more triple-digit heat. Today's going to be a close call like yesterday, probably somewhere 99 to 100, but I think increased odds we're getting 2 and above 100 tomorrow, right on into the weekend. Rain chances through the weekend, 20% or less, and our extended outlook now has triple-digit heat all the way into the mid part of next week. Still looking at somewhat better rain chances next week, but highs anywhere from the upper 90s to around 100 degrees. All right, 7:07, updating your Wednesday morning drive. Here's John.
In our update, not much different than last update. We're still seeing slower traffic, obviously coming in from Denham, Florida Boulevard, and East Baton Rouge Parish right there near Stevendale. That's also slow. That's not a stuck shot. That's from the 4-H Club Road camera facing the Amite River Bridge. And then when you make it past that, past O'Neill Lane, that's one of the Millerville cameras facing towards Sherwood. So you can see the right side of your screen a little bit slower this morning. Bridge traffic on again, off again, slow. Right now it looks pretty good in both directions. Don't forget school zones and start familiarizing familiarizing yourself with where they are. You'll need to be very careful going through school zones until 9 o'clock in the morning, 2 to 4 in the afternoon. Those sneak up on you. And by the way, back to our interactive drive time map, kind of zoom out a little bit. We interface with Steve's weather equipment very, very nicely, and we can kind of zoom in and show you where you're more apt to get in some of that shower activity. I wish we could just take this and move it where we need it. I would park it on my house for about an hour. We need the rain. 7:08. We do this every morning, 7 o'clock, kind of recap the morning headlines, and we do that from Studio B with Matt Williams and Liz Coe.
Johnny, thanks. And we want to start off with a quick crime update alert.
Yeah.
A big update actually coming from the U.S. Marshals Task Force for Middle Louisiana. Them in conjunction with the Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office, well, they made an arrest from this brazen burglary video we showed you last week. A group of 4 or 5 people breaking into a gun store in Prairieville.
I know you've seen the video, and
Yeah.
actually we can show it to you again here just to remind you of what we're talking about. So they were looking for, I mean, this truck, as you saw, just backing into that front door of the shop there, trying to break in. They did break in. A bunch of guys jump out, and then the camera vantage point changes to the inside. You can kind of see a little bit about what's going on. But to Liz's point, Marshals Task Force for the Middle District of Louisiana working with APSO, arresting Darrell A. Morris Jr. last night, right around 10 o'clock. The first arrest made in all of this. They hope to and expect to make more. APSO now leading the investigation into what, fully what went on. But yeah, an arrest made.
He's been booked in the EBR Parish Prison. We'll let you know when other arrests are made. But still, if you know any tips for this case, go ahead and call Crime Stoppers.
You know what? Keep that number handy. Keep 911 handy. We've got a silver alert issued for a man in South Louisiana.
Have a closer look here. This is 71-year-old Charles McAllister Jr. So he's actually believed to leave his home there in the Lake Charles area. He could have a condition that impacts his memory and his judgment. So if he looks familiar to you, maybe in the Cameron Parish area or even our part of the viewing area, please call 911.
You know, that's actually Cameron Parish. That's where they found his truck.
Yeah.
You know, kind of abandoned.
Yeah.
And so, but they kind of, when they put these out, they put them out pretty much statewide. You just don't know where somebody might have traveled or ends up. So if you see anything, make that phone call. 911 is going to probably be the best one. Okay, here we go. We were talking about it. Day one of school for, it's like week one of school for pretty much everybody in the viewing area. And today it's the biggest district, well, one of the parishes going back, biggest district in the area, EBR.
That's it. So Callie was live there this morning talking about all the exciting things they've got going on. She was live at the new McKinley Elementary, which is actually Buchanan and University Terrace combined. 500 students-ish are going back today at this brand new school. Callie was live yesterday in West Feliciana. They actually start school today along with Baker, along with Zachary, but that's not it. We've got a whole list of schools going back. In fact, this is the first day, as Matt mentioned, for many different school districts in our part of the world. It's an exciting first day. And look, we know a lot of people are going to be taking pictures of their babies going off to school today. You've seen it, right? Those cute signs a lot of people have. Okay, baby's first day with the teacher, the classroom, their favorite food, their favorite items, what they're into. Matt, that's a lot of information to give away.
It is. And the BBB is urging all of us to be careful when we share these back to school photos, because you never know what is going to be used. And so if you're doing the photo, maybe don't mention where they're going to school, or maybe even the child's name. Look, if you're posting it to your friends, your friends already know who the heck it is. So limit really a lot of that information. Just be careful out there. I tell you where there's going to be a lot of photos taken first day of school. Capitol High here in Baton Rouge. This is a school that used to be in the EBR school district for obviously a number of years, and over the last 15, well, it was kind of stripped away from EBR, taken over by the state until the grades got up. Liz, it is back under the EBR umbrella now.
It is. So have a look. These are some of the photos the school board shared of its very first day. It's going to be a monumental kind of move in the journey there for Capitol High, a Capitol High alumni. So we're going to check in and kind of get an idea of what that first day is like, not only as the school kind of gets integrated back into EBR Parish Public Schools. So a big day all around for the school district, Matt.
It really is. Okay, so with all that, this is a big concern for a lot of folks as well. Local school districts having the buses and bus drivers in place with air conditioning. It is hot as heck out there. And do the school systems have the technology in place to keep the kids safe?
It depends on the school district. We have already gotten a number of calls from concerned parents about how their kids are making it safely to school, making it safely home. Miranda Thomas actually checked in with the Baker School District, and their transportation safety supervisor says that they have AC on all of its buses. They ask the kids to roll up the windows to make sure they can make it to and from school safe, but that's kind of an anomaly.
It really is. When you go out to like Livingston Parish, they don't have AC on their buses. In EBR, again, the biggest district in the viewing area, 70% of the buses don't have AC. Full disclosure, yeah, my daughter's bus today.
First day
of school. Didn't even show up. So it is the mom taxi to school, and I'm sure the dad taxi back to school. So yeah, look, well, we feel the frustrations. They are everywhere.
Yeah.
You just kind of hope that the school systems, wherever you are, get it all under control. It's a lot to deal with. We all understand that, but let's go.
that's the goal. Quick tip, make sure you're packing your kids with some ice water on that bus ride so they're hydrating on the way.
You know what? Maybe if you win the lottery. Did you guys win the lottery? You could buy buses for everybody.
So look, man, I was so proud of myself. I had to run a couple errands after I left work yesterday.
Yeah.
Finally went into the gas station, got my Mega Millions tickets. And then Matt rains on my parade at 4:30 and tells me that the winner's in Florida.
Well, hey, you didn't go to 6 parishes. I bought one in West Baton Rouge, East Baton Rouge, Iberville, Point Capee,
Man, Johnny.
I did. I went to,
That's a strategy.
that's just my little 6,
I don't know if it's a good strategy.
That's
it's
smart,
a strategy.
because you never know.
And did I win $10? Did I do? No, nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Zero, zip, zilch, nada?
I increased my odds, though, right, Matt?
So I guess it kind of
Just
resets.
zoomed past that.
It kind of resets
yeah,
now.
$20 million.
I think Powerball is probably
only
getting
20?
close
I'm
to
not
like
buying for
2.
20.
Yeah.
I think Powerball is close to like 200 million.
Listen, Johnny,
so there
now's
you
the
go.
time to play. Get your tickets and get your money. Even
There
if
you
you
go.
get 1 million, 5 million, that's good money.
Buy ourselves some air conditioning for everybody,
Dude,
man. See, it is just hot out there.
If I win $20, I'm doing cartwheels.
Heck yeah. I have
gonna
something to win.
I was going to say bring in coffee for all of us. 20's not even enough to get you like 4 or 5 coffees at one of those places anymore. All
Isn't
right,
that crazy?
Matt, to your point, you were asking about the heat. Yes, the heat's going to continue near 100 today. More triple-digit heat into the weekend, potentially into the mid part of next week. Ridiculously hot summer continues.
Ooh, this round of iced coffee on Johnny. Thanks, Johnny. We'll see you in 10.
Get yourself summer ready with the award-winning lineup of Hondas at Team Honda. We'll help you find just the right vehicle to hit the road to whatever destination awaits you. Come shop the most awarded brand in Car and Driver's 10 Best history at Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, Team Honda on Siegen Lane.